Have you ever heard a real rescue story start like this? This story began while I was traveling to Prescott, Arizona, looking for a place to stay so I could support local nonprofits and community change makers. And before I ever arrive in a new small town, I always say the same thing to the universe. If someone needs my assistance, send them my way. If someone needs my assistance today, send them my way. If someone needs my assistance, I'm here for them, send them my way. I always say it 3 times. Repetition is the key, they say. Because I truly believe everything we do here is meant for the betterment of others. Just as the divine designed us to be and to do. But the rescue story of Bennu, Bennu, and her senior dog Jasmine, I can't label, and I won't judge it. Because only the Creator has the full view. And doesn't the good book say, "Thou shalt not judge"? Normally, I record a clean voiceover about my experiences. But this moment happened so quickly, an entirely unplanned real-life encounter. And Bennu said I could record her, so I captured what I could on my phone. Bennu is an 80-year-old woman living in her minivan with her 16-year-old hound dog, Jasmine. They had been sleeping at the Love's gas station just outside of Prescott. One night, Bennu became unresponsive in her vehicle, and no one could wake her up even after banging on the doors and the windows. So a police officer and ambulance were called, and the ambulance took her to the hospital. But Jasmine, the 16-year-old hound dog, was left behind in the minivan. The next morning, as Bennu woke up in the hospital and went through the paperwork the police officer left for her, she discovered something heartbreaking. Jasmine, her dog, had been taken not by a rescue, but by a private citizen who planned to euthanize Jasmine without even contacting Bennu. Jasmine had been with Bennu since she was a puppy. She was family. She wasn't just a dog. As soon as Bennu realized what had happened, she gathered her things and walked out of the hospital to find her dog. Her phone had been shut off because the bill wasn't paid. And communication is everything when you're unhoused. And yes, anyone can legally leave a hospital, even against medical advice. And usually there are no ramifications for leaving because you're in charge of your own body. But in this case, the hospital in Prescott called the police and reported Bennu for trespassing. Reported an 80-year-old woman for trespassing. Reported a 80-year-old woman for trespassing that had just been in the hospital overnight. This responding officer knew where Jasmine was being held, and he told the woman not to euthanize the dog because Bennu would come for her. But even with that, Bennu, an 80-year-old homeless woman who had been taken to the hospital, still spent the night in jail because the hospital insisted on pressing charges for trespassing. Here is Bennu in her own words, describing the beginning of this real rescue story from Prescott, Arizona. Part 2 will be released next week, either Monday or Tuesday, so watch for it. Jasmine! Hi! Hi, good girl! Hello! Hello! You doing really good for 16?
Yes, she
You're
is.
doing great for 16?
Just to watch her see today.
Hi!
Her
What
catch on them.
What kind of dog?
Hounded her
Yeah.
with her ears and her nose. She doesn't look as much like a Hollander as,
Hello! Good girl!
but she's really,
Have you had it since she was a puppy?
since she was a puppy, and I was in the hospital, and I kind of
Hi.
left because I They put her. I was passed out.
I'm gonna hold it. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I was passed out in the car on the side of the road, and they took her to this woman who was a.
Did the lady take care of your dog when you were in the hospital?
No, she tried to put her down.
I think that's illegal.
Twice. Well, you know what she did? She signed. I looked at the things, and she signed herself away from me to her, saying that this was her dog, and it was not, and all of this. So I mean, I was at a point where
Hi, good girl.
The nurse didn't know what was going on, and I had walked out of the hospital because I needed to
Get her.
Well, I needed to think.
Yeah.
I needed to know. And they called the police on me. And I was put in jail for the night.
Because you walk out of the hospital? You're allowed to walk out of the hospital. You heard that right.
And they have the right to keep you out from returning. And
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Who called the cops? The hospital? What hospital? I won't go there again.
Yeah.
That's illegal. They can't call a hospital. You have the right to leave.
Well, and they have a right to treat me with humanity.
Or refuse, yeah.
So, at any rate, the police guy, he was really, really nice. And he said, I don't want to do this to you, but this is what I have to do because they've asked me to take you out. And if you want to go back, you can go back. And I said, I can't go back if they're going to lock me in there.
Right.
I have to save my dog.
Yeah.
And so he said, okay, and he put me in the car, the police car, and they put me in the jail.
For what? What was the charge?
Trespassing.
In the hospital?
Yep. I was not all there.
Because you walked out.
Because I walked out.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was all, as far as I was concerned, it was all illegal. It was crazy.
I would really love your thoughts on this rescue story. Do you think the hospital handled the situation the right way? Or do you feel the police officer made the better choice? If you were in the same moment with an elderly woman living in her car and a senior dog missing, what would you have done? Join the conversation in the comments. Your perspective matters, and your voice helps shape how we show up for one another in real life situations like this. Thank you for sharing space with me today, and thank you for subscribing and liking. I truly appreciate you. I am Solution Horse, H.O.R.S.E, one act of service for all, one incredible story to share.